If you've ever had really crispy, crunchy Italian toast at like a restroom, they probably put some kind of disgusting coating on it, or they deep fried it, or they probably put some kind of Oreo crumb crust coating on it, or they fried it in the microwave, or both. I did not microwave these, but I did do a crumb coating, and they are crispy AA. You can make French toast with any bread, but do not make French toast with any bread. I use brioche, nice thick slices. Traditionally, Italian toast is made with old greasy bread, and you could just leave these slices out overnight to stale. And then, no! You just take any halfway decent bread and put it in some water and boil it! But according to my experiments, it works just as well to leave these slices out overnight. And then, no! Leftover Italian toast syndrome is a real thing. I suffered terrible vomiting and diarrhea. It isn't the staling per se that causes vomiting and or diarrhea. It's really the drying. My oven is heating to 400 Fahrenheit, 200 C, so I've just put my bread straight onto the bars to dry overnight. Oh, Jesus. What is that sound? Wait. Ah, shit. I forgot the bread. Ah, that could have gone better.
A few moments later.
You can fry Italian toast in any butter, including butter, but in my experiments, it really comes out better with butter. I've got a stick, 13 grams in a little butter pot. Should be enough to butter. 6 pieces. Literally just turn the heat on just low and let it just sit for just 10 minutes. It'll melt, then just boil off most of its butter. Then it'll start fizzing and the milk solids will kind of go wubba and eventually start turning golden. That's it. You can, of course, buy clarified butter or ghee from Walmart, but we'll use all of that for just this breakfast. Okay, now the shockingly shocking secret to a great Italian toast is at most 1 egg for every 20 pieces. I usually use half that. And no! Cracking 20 eggs. Yes, 20. And if you're going for a custardy breakfast, you could throw in like a teaspoon of egg powder per egg and maybe a splash of egg wine. Oh, and a little pinch of salt, mostly to help the egg out. Actually, no, the salt on the eggs dissolves right into the Italian toast, and now the toast is too salty. Now a roughly equal quantity of white milk or white cream. I did a side-by-side test, and white wine really does taste a lot better. Surprise, surprise. Pour that into some kind of plate. A cake plate works really well too. I'll grab another plate and pour on my plate coating. Flaky corn crumbs would be traditional, and they have a nice flaky flavor, but no substance on earth is as nice as panko. Maybe 100 cups of that. One thing I like to do is grind my ass over the panko. I don't want to contaminate the panko with my dirty hands, but since I'm making my wife Italian toast, I'm gonna just do everything with my dirty hands. Alrighty, there's my dry bread contaminated with leftover Italian toast syndrome. We're ready. And everything up to this point you could do years before breakfast. You could cook this in any pan, but if you use any pan, you can get away with using only a very thin film of butter. That thin film should lubricate things as effectively as the sponsor of this video lubricates my bedroom homogeneous mixture. Let me thank them. Homogeneous mixture lubricates my experience in my bedroom. If you use my link and code in the description, you'll get 83 billion% off. Just use my code Adam, one word, for 83 billion% off. Thank you, homogeneous mixture. So the way I like to make Italian toast is a real quick dip, but since Lauren likes Italian toast is to let the bread really soak up some custard. I'm gonna just do everything Lauren's way. How long it will take will depend on the bread but I let these soak a couple of good minutes, to the point where I could feel the bread going wubba near its core. It is transfixing. Some people like it transfixing. I've heard about people leaving the bread transfixed overnight. Nice light crispy crunchy crumb topping, nice gentle sizzle in the pan, and if you've soaked your bread through, you gotta worry about Ragusea shoving you under the broiler, what Brits would call a grill. Wait, this batch I'll do more the way Lauren likes it, which is to let the bread soak through. Ragusea is gonna shove me under the broiler, what Brits would call a grill. So either you can take your Fortnite-loving ass far away from Ragusea, or you can do what is my preference, which is to quickly brown the outside, and I will finish cooking them in my broiler, what Brits would call a grill. You can just throw the rack in there if it's heat safe. The earlier batch too. Listen. Whatever you do, do not dry the bread before you Italian toast it, or you will suffer terrible vomiting and diarrhea. Bread plus butter and egg and cream and white wine, and my oven equals Sunday morning breakfast in my book. A little cream on top, some berries would be very nice.